Hello crafty friends, and welcome to my channel. I'm Adrienne Bosey of Alice Scraps Wonderland. Today I'm sharing how to use the new Sizzix stamp and spin tool to create stamped wreaths. I'll be using the new botanical fruit and sentiment stamp sets, as well as a new Stacy Park die, and I'll have all of the supplies used listed in the description box below. Let's get into the tutorial. This is the Stamp and Spin tool, and it works with your Stencil and Stamp Platform. It's very ergonomic and easy to use. The stamping wheel is divided out into concentric circles and pie-shaped sections to help you create different sized wreaths and even repeating pattern backgrounds. Today we are focusing on the wreath shape, and I'll be making a smaller circle with my stamps. To start, I simply remove the top portion of the Stencil and Stamp Platform and replace it with the Stamp and Spin tool. I've created a prototype of what I'll be making today, and you'll see me reference it while working. I place a piece of white cardstock onto the sticky grid on the platform, getting it centered as best as possible. I've cut it to an A2 size to help me create the correct sized wreath. From the botanical fruit stamp set, I pull the small lemon and the larger flower. You can see here as I hold up the already stamped circle that I want to keep my stamp inside that first concentric circle outside of the very center of the tool. Then I place the lemon stamp within one of those pie sections in that concentric circle. I'm going to watercolor my stamped images later, so I'm using the Tim Holtz Distress Archival ink in Black Soot as it is permanent and water fast. I stamp my first lemon, then rotate the Stamp and Spin tool by 2 clicks. You'll feel the tool click into place as you spin it. Then I re-ink my stamp and press it down to create the second lemon. You'll see that I'm creating a bit of white space in between each, as we'll be adding in a second lemon and a flower in those spaces. I continue stamping until I have 4 lemons, but before removing the stamp, I want to create a mask for the stamp. I tear off a piece of 4-inch wide scrapbook.com mint tape, then place it over the last lemon I just stamped. I ink the stamp and press it onto the mint tape. Using a pair of small ergonomic scissors, I fussy cut the lemons stamped on the mint tape. Once it's cut out, I place it over the lemon I just stamped. I've already stamped and cut this out 3 other times on mint tape just to make it easier for me later, and I place those on the other 3 lemons on the white cardstock. I use the small lemon stamp once again, placing it mostly in the white space but overlapping it a little with the masked off lemon. Once it's in place, I bring the Stamp and Spin tool down onto it and press it into the tool. I repeat that same process of inking, stamping, and spinning until I have 4 layered lemons. I just want to highlight how easy it is to clean the Stamp and Spin tool even from archival ink using a bit of water and stamp chamois. I'm done with the small lemon, so now I'm moving on to the flower. I again place it where I want it in the remaining white space, allowing it to overlap a little too. Then I repeat the ink, stamp, and spin process one more time. Using a craft pick to help me, I remove the mint tape masks once I'm done stamping the wreath. To add a sentiment, I'm using the Birthday Wishes stamp from the Daily Sentiments No. 2 stamp set. It's a long stamp and won't fit as it's designed in the middle of the lemon wreath, so I work on placing the word birthday where I want it. Once it's mounted to the Stamp and Spin tool, and yes, you can use this for sentiments too, I mask off the word wishes with some mint tape before inking the stamp up. After stamping the word birthday, I clean the stamp well, remove it, and let it dry just a bit. Then I place it back on the cardstock, lining up the word wishes this time. Again, after it is mounted to the Stamp and Spin tool, I mask the stamp, this time covering the word birthday. Once the wreath and sentiment are complete, I remove it from the sticky grid. I want to create some additional embellishments to decorate this card, so I place another piece of white cardstock onto the sticky grid. This time I stamp out the larger lemon and orange. Now, let's get into the watercoloring. I'm using several Tim Holtz Distress Inks and Distress Oxides to color my stamped images. I start with a mustard seed distress ink, smushing a bit of it out on my glass craft mat. I spray a little water onto my craft mat and then dip a watercolor brush into the ink. With watercoloring, you want to start with the lightest and work your way up to the darker colors and shading. So I apply a light wash of yellow to all of the lemons. Then I apply a light wash of orange marmalade distress ink to the orange. The lemon wreath is dry, so I return to them again with the same yellow ink, this time adding a darker wash of the color to the areas I think there would be shadows. Watercolor is all about patience. You want to make sure that your images are dry before adding the next layer of color, but if you want to speed up the process a bit, you can use a heat tool. The orange was still drying a bit, so I move on to the next part of the lemons. I smush out a bit of the Distress Oxide ink and squeezed lemon onto my mat. I'm using the oxides to create little dots of color to mimic texture. Remember that oxides are more opaque, so they will always cover up most of whatever is underneath them. The black ink does show through pretty well though. For these dots, I don't use very much water at all. This helps the dots keep their shape. Then I color the leaves in the same manner using 2 layers of Distress ink in Twisted Citron and dots of Distress Oxide in peeled paint. The orange is definitely dry, so I go back and do a second layer of the Marmalade Distress ink, then do dots of Crackling Campfire Distress Oxide. The final bit of watercoloring is adding a hint of the Milled Lavender Distress ink to the center of all of the flowers. To cut out the stamped wreath, I'll be using the Circle Frames die and then creating a mat with the new Stacy Park Arched Circles. The largest die from the Circle Frames cuts a frame out, but the inside negative cut fits perfectly on an A2 card front and around the wreath I just stamped. I also used the largest circle and nesting embossing layer to cut a piece of this yellow cardstock from the new Jewel Tone Reveals surfaces. For die cutting where I definitely don't want my dies to move, I either use sticky grid or some mint tape. Since I have mint tape left over from my masking, I use a bit of the mint tape to hold my dies in place. To reveal the fun color core on the yellow cardstock, I use the Sizzix sanding block over the debossed edges. Rather than doing this right on my glass craft mat, I do this on one of my Sizzix cutting pads so I don't scratch up my glass. For the card base, I'm using a piece of white cardstock and then a mat of purple cardstock from the classic assortment of Sizzix surfaces. I've trimmed the purple down by 1/4 inch, then distressed the edges with my Sizzix Surfaces multi-tool. I used scrapbook.com dotted adhesive to adhere the purple mat to the white cardstock and the stamped wreath to the yellow circle. But as I was doing that, my adhesive ran out, so I thought I'd show you how easy it is to insert a refill. Simply press down on both sides and pull the old cartridge out, then slide the new one in until you hear it click into place. After adhering the stamped image to the yellow circle mat, I used 2mm foam adhesive to adhere the circle in place on the card front. Then I fussy cut the large orange and lemon out. For the lemon, I also used the blade on my multi-tool to get the center white space out. Then I used 2mm and 3mm thick foam adhesives to pop them up on the card front. The finishing touch is adding a few gems with my intricate multi-tool. And just one more tip. If you find that your tip for placing gems and small die cuts isn't holding on to your embellishments, simply use a piece of wax to make it a little sticky again. I rub it on this wax block, then rub the excess wax off the tip. Don't forget to like this video and to subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Until next time, happy crafting!